here, we're the Clark family, and we've sold our house and packed up our lives and moved to Galicia in northern Spain.
So follow us as we start our new lives, learn new skills, join a new community and try to live a more sustainable life. So the house needs a bit of a lick of paint, well specifically the side of the house. The front doesn't look too bad, but there was ivy growing up it. We've managed to get the majority of the ivy off, but it's left behind little marks where its roots were sticking to the house. So I'm armed with the wire brush and I'm going to give it a go, getting it all off. Wish me luck. So it's sort of working, but also sort of not really working. I'm going to show you what I mean. Warning, incoming, terrible filming. So if I show you, this is a bit that I've not done yet. Is it going to focus? So how it's like, you can see exactly where the ivy was. And I'm managing to get that off. But, and I'm fairly certain you're not going to be able to see this, but it's still kind of leaving behind tiny little hairs. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research to see if I can find out how to get these off, because if I paint over that, I think it's going to look terrible. So I'll be back.
Morning, lovely day here in sunny Galicia today. It's been a bit of a mixed bag this week with rain and wind, the odd sunny spell. So today's it's a nice change. We're going to harvest what's left of the fruit off the trees. When we arrived, there were lots of rotten fruit on the floor and stuff where it's not been harvested. So there's a bit left. We're going to try and harvest it, save what we can. With so many apples, we decided to start very basic and just try to dehydrate some. So we set up a little production line with Emma on the corer. After the coring, I slice the apples with a Mandalay slicer, or as I like to call it, the fingertip remover. And then Zane finished off by drying the apples and racking them up ready to go into the dehydrator.
believe that this little yellow fruit has turned into this bright pinky red jam. So it looks like we've got a really good seal on these jars, because all of them, whether you can see that or not, but all of them have dipped down on the top, which means that these are now good to keep in the pantry, on the shelf now for the next few months without any worries. So we've got one here that wasn't quite a full jar. So this is going to be our first one. Let's give it a taste.
Don't know how to describe that. It's not like something I've tasted before. Is it you?
No.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's very good.
It is very good. That would be nice on some toast.
Is it sour?
No.
What was 6 tons of sugar that went in it?
Well,
No, I think it's kind of savoury.
from watching your face when you...
It's just different. It just tastes different. It's not a taste I've tasted before.
Mm.
So we've been having an issue with our internet because we've been working off our phones and burning up our data allowance on our phones. So as you know, I'm a digital nomad, so I'm working for a company back in the UK. So the internet is quite important for me to allow me to do that, and it can be a bit sketchy, especially when the weather turns a little rusty. Also, doing these videos. When we first started doing this and we had access to broadband back in the UK, we decided that we would put everything in on the cloud. So we've got a Google G Drive. Accessing that has been painfully slow to allow us to edit our videos, and the editing software is cloud-based as well, so it's constantly having to talk to the cloud to download videos and get instruction, or however these things work. So it locks up all the time, just makes editing the YouTube videos really, really slow. So we looked into getting local broadband, but we're too rural that there aren't any broadband available. You can get radio internet here, but it's even slower than what our phones are, so it didn't really seem like a good option. So the only option, it seemed to us, was to invest in Starlink, which is really, really interesting for me, because I'm currently following the progress of Starship, which I don't know if you know, SpaceX's spaceship, which they're going to go to Mars on, and it's being used by NASA to land on the moon for this current set of Artemis moon landings.
Nerd.
Yeah, so I follow a guy on YouTube, a guy called Marcus House, and he has a review of Starbase in Texas, where they are testing and launching Starship, and the second full Starship's going to launch in November, I think. So I'm really quite excited for that. But among that, we also see each week probably 2 Falcon 9 rockets launching from either Florida's Cape Canaveral or from the other American Star Base, Star Force Base. I can't remember what it's called now off the top of my head. Anyway, they launch about 40 of these satellites at a time, and that's the Starlink constellation. I think they've got about 4,000 of the Starlink satellites up there in a minute. So personally, for me, it's really interesting to see sort of the end use of this, and it's arrived today, our Starlink. So I'm going to try and get it up on the roof and see if we can get some proper fast internets going. So we'll have a quick unboxing. I'm sure you're going to be probably bored by this, but here we go anyway. So there's a base, and the actual satellite dish, I guess it is, itself, and I guess this is going to be the sort of a router, the control for it. We'll find out, I guess. And a shed load of cable to run the signal up from the satellite dish to the router, and a power cable. So wish me luck. I'm going to go up on the roof and risk my life and see if we can get some Tintinex. So I've been up on the roof, risked life and limb, and got Starlink up there. Took a bit of messing around with the app and stuff. It's probably user error rather than the actual app itself. But yeah, it seems to be working. We're moved into the future. We're talking to you via satellite. I've done a few speed tests, and I'll record them for you and just show you the outcome of them, just so you can see how quick it is compared to the mobile phone connection, which in hindsight is not that bad actually, but it just seemed ages when we were trying to upload stuff to our G drive.